is 15 years of One Direction, and I thought I would tell you guys how I became a One Direction fan. So, the year is 2012, and up until this point, I had not liked One Direction at all. Like, honestly, if I would say anything, I'd probably say I hated them, but like, I didn't really know anything about them. I really was just like saying I hated them because so many people I knew did not like them. So I was just kind of like agreeing with them. As a young teenager, 12 years old, I was very much like, oh yeah, I don't like them. I just wanted to fit in, and other people didn't like them, so I didn't like them. So I missed out on a lot of stuff not liking One Direction. I didn't see their first tour. I wasn't around for their first album release. I missed a lot of stuff. So if you like a band, or if you want to like a band, go like them. Don't be like me and let other people influence you. But nonetheless, I was not a fan. I was not a fan at all. On one of my friend's 14th birthday, we went over to her house, and she had received from her parents a couple of the One Direction books and a couple of One Direction like merch pieces, and I was so confused because I was like, you didn't like them. Now you like them? Why didn't you tell me you liked them? And then we ended up watching the Adventures of One Direction, and I was like, what is going on right now? Why are we like paying so much attention to One Direction? But that little seed must have stuck in my head because that was August, and in the end of September, I was like, okay, let's look up these One Direction boys. Let's watch the Adventures of One Direction again. And I watched it, and I was like, you know what, that was actually kind of funny. Let's see what else we have on these One Direction boys. And I think the next video I watched was the Nickelodeon prank when Louis and Zayn are pranking the rest of the boys, right? Yeah, Louis and Zayn are pranking the rest of the boys, and I just fell in love with Harry at that point, so I was like, okay, I love one of the boys. Let's see what else we have. And I spent probably the whole entire night watching One Direction videos and absolutely falling in love with that band. So I started off telling everyone I hated them, and by the end of that year, I was a diehard fan with an Instagram fan account, and I had posters all over my room, and all I asked for Christmas that year was One Direction stuff, and I became the biggest fan ever. So that's my story of being a fan, from literally hating them to being like the biggest fangirl, 13-year-old fangirl ever. I'm now 26. I have loved them for over half of my life, and it might not be happy 15 years, but still for me, I'm very grateful One Direction was part of my life, and happy 15 years of that band.